Shalom, Israel. Back with another lesson. I want to start off, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders who teach and rule well at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets and to the 144,000, the elect, the men and women of Israel, the 12 tribes. Shalom. Back, I'm going to title this one, The Latter End, somewhere around that. Going into the last days, because we are officially living in the last days. And it's spoken about, it's mentioned the last days a handful of times inside the scriptures, and I'll pull out a couple precepts due to that. As you can see, events, it's breaking news every second. The Lord said, he'll visit, the world through earthquakes and fires and, things of that nature. It'll be more violence and upwards of the people, and then ultimately there's world war. We're approaching World War III, and the chip, the Marcus chip, and those that are not rooted and part of the elect of Yahawah Shai, they're gonna fall. They will be put down by Yahawah Shai, by his judgment. So let's get into the scriptures. We got a couple precepts, the latter end. So we're going to go to Genesis 49. Let's go to Genesis 49 and 1. Genesis 49 and 1, and it reads, "And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days." See, this is prophesied way back in the beginning. And you got people that are, especially Christians, and, that are, just Old Testament. They don't believe in the New Testament. You people that don't believe in the New Testament, this goes right along, goes hand in hand. You can't have the Old Testament and not have the New Testament. You can't have the New Testament and don't have the Old Testament. They go hand in hand, like hand in glove. They go hand in hand. So he said, Gather yourselves together and hear ye sons of Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons. And those 12 sons consist of the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native American Indians. Those are Jacob's 12 sons. The northern tribe is the, Latino Native American, the Aztec uh, Mayan northern tribe side, and then the southern tribe, which is the Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, is the Negro tribe. The Negro tribes. The Lord said, "My heritage is of a speckled bird." But that's who Jacob. That's who he's talking to. We'll read it one more time. Genesis 49:1. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. And we're in the last days right now. You know, the tribes are broken up, but they're coming back together. The elect of those tribes, 12,000 in each tribe. The Latino tribes are waking up. The Negro tribes are waking up. And they tell you who shall rouse Judah up. Because Judah's the head tribe. Because the Lord, YAHAWAHSHI, is out that tribe of Judah. So let's go over to Hebrews. Speaking of YAHAWAHSHI, let's go over to Hebrews. Trying to not make this too long. Salakia. Hebrews. Hebrews 1 and 2. And it reads, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, YAHAWAHSHI, whom he hath appointed heir over all things, by whom also he made the worlds. You see that? YAHAWAHSHI. YAHAWAHSHI is in the Old Testament and the New Testament. The last days started when YAHAWAHSHI came and walked the earth. Those were the last days. Now we're in the latter end. This is the end. There's only a few more prophecies waiting to happen. You got Marcus, or Salakia, you got Jacob's trouble, you got Marcus, and World War III. Those are the last few events, end time events, and we're right here. This is the prelude as far as the Beetlejuice. And then that Beetlejuice is tied into Marcus. And that Jacob's, we're already in the beginning stages of Jacob's trouble, because now they're already implanted to where you have to make a choice. But between Marcus, or in Jacob's trouble, and going into Marcus and World War III, you know, there's going to be all type of stuff happening. It's going to be the worst time in human history. There's natural disasters that's coming. The natural disasters. Like I said, there's tsunamis that's coming. You know, earthquakes, fires. You know, blackouts. You know, there's natural disasters as famine, food, and this is all through the power of YAHAWAHSHI. We're going to the worst time in human history, man. And only the elect of the 12 tribes of Israel are going to make it. Believing ain't just enough, man. You got to do work. So let's go to Isaiah 2 and 2. We'll go to Isaiah 2 and 2. We're in the latter end. We are officially in the latter end. Let's go Isaiah 2 and 2. And it reads, "And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahawah's house shall be established." See? The mountain represents governments. Government. It's the government. Oh, Salakia. Represents governments. Mountains represent government. Israel will have the top government. It will be unstoppable. There's nothing will be. It will be. We will be the top government. Israel. It says, "And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of YAHAWAHSHI's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it." All the nations are coming. This goes to the to the 2/3 too, or to Israel. You know, those, all the nations, even the Israelites that don't believe, and they're going to see this. You're not going to be able to sidestep this. So let's go to Micah. Micah, I got a couple more. Micah 4. We'll go Micah 4 and 1. Micah 4 and 1. Because Israel will be the top government, and everybody's going to come. All the non-believers and all the other nations, they will be coming. They're going to see. So let's go Micah 4 and 1. "But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of Yahawah shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it." See? And this is being built right now. The house of the Lord is being built right now in Esau's kingdom right here. This is not a physical thing. This is spiritual, and this is what people, a lot of Christians and Mormons and all these other bugged out religion stuff that ain't going by this, and they're going off their own understanding. They can't get. This is spiritual. So let's go to James 5 and 3. We're gonna go to James 5 and 3. This is spiritual, man. Call YAHAWAHSHI. Call YAHAWAHSHI. So let's go to James. The last days. We are in the last days. I think I passed it. I think I passed it. Oh yeah, well, James. Let's go to James 5. James 5 and 3. This is officially the last days. James 5 and 3. "Your gold and silver is cankered." You see that? Talking about the elites, Esau. Your gold and cankered Salakia, your gold and silver is cankered through. "And the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. And that's what you're doing. And that fire shall eat your flesh. That fire, that those missiles are coming. Everybody's preparing and getting ready to launch the missiles right over here. And you know who's gonna guide those missiles over here that make sure they hit is YAHAWAHSHI and the angels. Those targets are already set on, and they're already in. Those targets are already set in Babylon. We can't see them right now, but their targets are they are gonna hit and they will not miss. And you elites and stuff, you government top officials and stuff, you that's what you're doing. You're preparing your spots right now. So all this stuff goes on. You think that you're going to be set in, but the Lord is not going to allow that. It says, "Behold, the hire of the laborer, which is us, Israel, who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of YAHAWAHSHI of Sabaoth, which is troops. 5. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth, and been wanton, been what is that? Is it righteous? Unrighteous. Slakia. You ain't been right. Been sloppy. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. You've been feasting. You've been eating. You just been comfortable. Ye have condemned and killed the just. Who is that? You so-called Negroes, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Native American Indians. Starting all the way back from, when the northern tribe was over here, and it even goes further back then. Esau just ain't been right. Slakia. They've raped, robbed, and pillaged. And even still to this day, we work for pennies and get nothing. Just then put us, and then work so hard, and then put us in the all the vadios, and the projects, and just stuff us in little corners. Barely can feed our families day to day. Different sicknesses and stuff. It's just eating the worst food. Esau's through. Last one. It says, "Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHWAHSHI. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and hath long patience for it until he receive the early and latter rain." The last days, Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWAHSHI is coming for his elect. But all this stuff has to, all this stuff is coming in the latter end. And we are here in the latter end of this captivity. Like I said, we still have Marcus or Jacob's trouble. We're in the beginning stages. Jacob's trouble about to heat up. It's heating up right now because, like I said, now they're putting it to where they're going to make it so hard. They're going to make it so hard for Israel, for everybody. This is mainly for Israel. They're going to make it so hard for you that you're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to make a choice, man. They're going to make it hard on everybody. And if you don't have YAHAWAHSHI, YAHAWAHSHI, you stand no chance if you're not part of this elect. And the elect is of the 12 tribes of Israel, which are you Latinos, you Negroes, and so-called Native American Indians. The 12 tribes, the elect. You got to be preparing spiritually and seeking Yahweh 24/7. They're going to turn this thing up and it's going to get hard. We're in the end. You can't see it, then you ain't a part of the elect. Lord ain't dealing with you. So I'm going to end it on that. Lord willing, I come back with another lesson. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakadash. Shalom, Israel.